Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this narration of the web novel Humans Don't Make Good Familiars, taken from Reddit. If you're new to the series, there is a playlist listed down below. And as always, I hope that you enjoy. Chapter 72. Jake's Point of View. Maury, I said in an attempt to summon my sword. I was back home now that Suma had finished her talk with Dr. Maxwell, at least for today. Twilight, I tried again. I could feel something happening, but it was like I was pushing my spells through a wall of frozen pudding. I knew it could be done. I did it in the alley that time I got attacked, but I hadn't been able to recreate it since. Destiny, I repeated, starting to get frustrated. Performing any kind of summons without a life or death factor was practically impossible, and casting a real spell was almost as hard. So far, the most magic I'd been able to do on Earth was create a single drop of water and some sparkly glitter. Like a fairy sneezed, or something. Still, that's better than I could manage a few months ago. Mr. Vandal, the voice of my landlord called from outside my apartment. I walked over and opened up the door. Yes, I said. Mr. Vandal, your rent has come due. Actually, it was due a long time ago. This is your final notice. You have until the end of the week to pay this month's rent, and last month's, or you will be evicted, she declared. What? How is that possible? I had my rent set on auto payment with my bank. This isn't right, I started, confused. Well, then you may want to call your bank, because I haven't received payment in 2 months, she stated firmly. You have 7 days, Mr. Vandal. She turned and walked away. Wait, could I pay with something other than my bank? I asked with an idea. She stopped. I don't do trades. Not a trade, just, could I pay with cash or something? Just until I get my bank account sorted, I wondered. I could accept cash, but you would need to pay a notary public to have one-time alternate payment contract written up, just in case whatever you pay with ends up being counterfeit, she explained. I have the contracts. You pay the notary. That's how it works. Deal. I have the money right now if you have the contracts, I said. I'll need to print them out. I have the notary on retainer. You can pay her when she arrives. With that, she left and I went back into my apartment. Specifically, I went to the safe I had hidden under my bed. Inside was a few legal documents, a copy of my birth certificate, and 27 gold coins I got from Suma's World. I put most of them into my bank, but kept just a few just in case. I looked up the value of gold per ounce, then weighed each coin. At 1,500 pounds per ounce and 4 ounces per coin, just a single coin would cover all my due rent, as well as the next 4 months. I then opened my phone and pulled my bank statements up. There did seem to be some kind of hold on a few of my last payments. My bank wasn't open 24 hours a day, so I would just have to call tomorrow. I checked the total amount in my account, and it was just what I expected it to be, £120,000. Suma's Point of View. My talk with Dr. Maxwell ended, but I couldn't clear my mind. I looked around at all the other recruits, most already asleep in their alcoves, and I decided I wanted to stretch my wings for a bit. I quietly left the sleeping roost and went outside. Flying at night was an abnormal experience for me. Before this, I had only done it one or two occasions, and definitely never over military training base. The cool air rushing down my wings felt relaxing, and the full moons provided enough light to find my way. After a while, I noticed someone else flying too. I drew closer and saw that it was Lbry, the Niama with the black serpent familiar. Hello there, I said as I drifted beside him. Greetings, he said plainly. Did you come out to enjoy the cool air as well? I asked him. Yes, he responded flatly. So, is it as nice as you thought? I asked awkwardly. Honestly, I was terrible at normal conversations. I am always too nervous. Madam Suma, please allow me to be clear. I do not dislike you. He ignored me from floundering and stated, Well, that's, good. I don't dislike you either. But we are rivals. Both of us will be competing for the position that has opened up in the Wyvern Brigade. How did you... Listen, About being rivals, I'm not even certain I'm going to accept the Mage's offer, I tried to explain. Lbry sighed. I can't say that I'm surprised. His voice was irritated, annoyed even. And why aren't you surprised? I questioned. Madam Suma, your sense of reason is skewed. At least, if the company you keep is anything to go by. That's not fair. You don't even know Jake. He is a Viking, is he not? Lbry interrupted. No, I denied. No, he isn't, despite what the rumors may say. Please don't bother trying to lie to me, Madam Suma. I've been on old ruin sites. I know that he is. I know what he is. Things are more complicated than you realize, I said. Perhaps, but I can't imagine any situation as complicated enough to warrant having a Viking as a familiar. You may have a death dragon himself. What those monsters did, they should all be exterminated. Now that's not fair. You don't even know Jake. He's a good person. And strong, I tried to explain. Strong indeed. Tell me, how did someone like you manage to dominate the mind of a Viking? He asked. Someone like me? You mean, how did a lowly commoner dominate a Viking? I accused. I don't care about your lineage, Madam Suma. I meant, how did a 5th-level mage, who has never had a familiar before, manage to dominate such a creature? I think this conversation is done, I stated, folding my wings and dived down to turn back to the camp. I had my fill of the cold that night. End of chapter. The algorithm reckons you should be watching this video next, and I recommend that you should be always watching my video. So, click with energy! And yes, clicking that does help the channel. Thank you very much. I'd just like to thank the T5 members and Patreons. Alithia, Barkey, Feudikiol, Meridian 117, Cam Maxwell, Casper, Arnholtz, Albard and Guster, Lord Ashrakul, and White Van 420.